Virgo, happy March. I'm here to do your love reading for the month. Before I get started, I just want to mention some important astrological planetary things that are going on in the sky right now. On the 1st, Venus entered Aquarius. On the 5th is when Mercury retrograde started, and it's in Pisces. You can find lots of videos about that if you're curious about what that means. Mercury goes direct again, still in Pisces on the 26th, but it's in its shadow period till about the 17th, so that's important to note too. Today, as I do this right now, new moon in Pisces, very significant, and Uranus enters Taurus. And I'm sure if you follow a lot of readers, there's so much information out there how this is very significant and what that means, because Uranus will be there for 7 years, and Uranus likes to kind of shake things up and cause a little bit of chaos, but by doing that, it's kind of expanding the sign as well. On the 20th, the sun enters Aries and starts the spring or vernal equinox. On the 21st is when we had the full moon in Libra, and that's when our 3rd supermoon at 0 degrees, which is pretty crazy. And Venus enters Pisces the 26th. And like I said, again, Mercury goes direct in Pisces the same day. And on the 31st, Mars enters Gemini. Coolio. Okay. Six of Cups. I didn't say that. I said cucks. And I don't know why. 6 of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Strength card. So I feel like, Virgo, you're kind of looking to the past. You're kind of holding something dear to yourself about the past. It could be about someone or something that happened. I have Justice here and the Sun both in reverse, and Strength in reverse over here. So it's like there's something that went down that you kind of, I don't know if something set it off, that it's kind of on your mind lately. Or maybe you're just in a place where things aren't the best, so you're kind of looking at better times. You're kind of, like, the feeling I get is like, you're reminiscing about something that happened or better times, and it's like you're feeling some sort of imbalance from that. Like, you feel like you want those things now. Does that make sense? It's like you could be reminiscing about like childhood things. And remember how it's like that home feeling. And you're like, remember how like this used to feel, and why doesn't my life feel like that right now? Like that's what I want to achieve. Like, I want to achieve that comforting feeling I used to have. Like, where is that in my life right now? Or it could be that, or it could be with a certain person brought that out. And then you're doing what you can to feel that way again. Or it's weighing heavily on your mind. Like, how do I get that feeling again? That home, that comforting, that like, that happy feeling, that person, that place, that job made me feel. I think everybody has that in their life, don't they, though? But you it's really heavily on your mind. It's kind of where your heart is right now. And you can't, and it's bringing your mind there at the same time. It could be about friends. Like, it's like everybody went off to college and then you never hang out with the same people anymore. And it's like, we can never get together the same. It's like that feeling. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll never be together like we were before. And how do I get that back in my life, or that feeling, or those people, or that? It's that kind of feeling. That's where your mind is right now. That's not a bad place to be. Where I'm just thinking, like, it's, you know where your happy place is, and you know what you'd want to manifest, and you know where you want to be, and where the astrological year is ending. It's a great time to manifest and have new start. Do you know what I mean? For some of you, I feel like there's a bit of injustice, like something bad went down and changed everything. And your mind is there, like how unfair that was. Because to you, it was your happy place and made you happy, but then something happened, or something went down and it just changed everything. And then you're trying to get back there and you don't know how. Right. That's what you want. You want the sun again. You're doing what you can to try to get back there, that's for sure. It's just hard to see the steps to take, or home is where the heart is. That's what I'm hearing. Sometimes what I'll do if I feel like homesick or whatever, or I'll like, even though I'm allergic to it, because I can't, I'm celiac, I can't eat gluten. I will still like make food that I used to eat when I was younger, and then get excited about that stuff. And you know what I mean? And it's just like, you just eating it and like tasting that just brings back so many like feelings and this comfort. And do you know what I mean? It's like that. It's like, I don't know. For some of you, I think that's a place to start. I feel like some of you are like looking at old pictures, looking at old letters, and just like, it's a really happy place for you. And I feel like you're going to try to find ways to bring that back in your life. And I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And it's like you're trying to be happy with the everyday. And at the same time, it's like you see so many distractions in your life. Like, there was no YouTube when you were growing up. There was no Snapchat and Facebook and all, do you know what I mean? And that kind of stuff. And like what is that giving you? It's kind of like that feeling. It's just like you're taking a step back and like appreciating what used to be, and making your life a lot simpler so you can have those happy things again. This reading feels a lot more like than like love. It's like self-love, or like love for a feeling that someone gave you, or like, how do I get that feeling again? These people, that place, that thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I used to work this one place, and when I started there, it was a great place to work. Everyone worked at it as a team, and it was just like, man, there's nothing we couldn't do. But then the company got bought by other companies, and they just started changing policies, and it was kind of like changing people's jobs and kind of burning them, and then people started leaving, and then it was just like a whole different place. It was just a whole different place. And then it was just like, it brought on a whole different feeling. And you just couldn't get back to like that original, like, that, like, you tore us apart. You tore the group apart. Like, you broke up the band. Like, it's kind of like that feeling. Like, you're like, oh, like, I missed the band. Like, what happened? The band broke up. Or it feels like, when you've watched a TV show for like years and it was your favorite show and then it ends and you're like, it's done. Like, that was a huge part of my life. It's done. 11/11. So it could be relationships in that sense, but it's not. I don't feel the heartbreak here. I feel it's like it's this like loving, reminiscent energy. And like, it's looking back at how things were, but they're no longer that way. With love, Knight of Cups. But death, like, I pulled it in reverse, and this is like not accepting that things have changed. Not being able to accept that things are going to change. And have. You have to be kind of careful with this energy too, because I'm seeing this person get trampled on and they're just like not ready for it. You're just like, oh, I'm not ready for it. Or like you're, it's like this weird feeling where, like, I don't know, maybe your parents are getting divorced and you're just like, and you knew it was coming, but you're reminiscent of the old times and you're just like, I'm not ready for that change. But it's like, it's also that energy of appreciating what was. I watched a video that somebody was describing this new moon in Pisces, which is today, and how it's making you accept that things are ending. It's like all your ghosts and everything, like the new moon in Pisces, this new moon with all the other transits where Pluto is and everything else. It's telling you, like, leave the old in the past and prepare for the new. But I think, Virgo, you're doing this in a smarter way because you know what makes you happy, and it's not necessarily you're going to drag in the old with you, but you're going to look for this and how to manifest this in your own life. So you're going to look for these types of relationships, these types of connections, these types of, I'm seeing two twos. So it's like 11 again. So maybe those are twin flame numbers. So maybe that's where you're moving to. It's like, it's preparing. You're able to manifest. Two of Swords twice. You're able to manifest this. But you have to make that decision about leaving the old in the past. I feel good things coming. Okay. So, just for a little bit more tidbits of information, these are the Amira's Love Oracle cards. Young male. Why not? Okay, let's see what else comes up. Ice King, union, young female, travel. Okay, Ice King. So this guy reminds me of the King of Swords, which I do see right here. Yeah, King of Swords. So it's kind of somebody who is like strong, but kind of cold shoulder. Could be an older male. Then I have union, and I have young female, and travel. So maybe there's an age difference between you and this person you're going to meet. There it is. Peeking underneath, twin flame. I did see young male as well. So it could be like that. Instead of warning me there's low battery, and just stop recording. So as I was saying, young male could also mean... it could be a young male with an age difference. It could be same sex. It doesn't really matter. I just want to read about the Ice King just to get some more information about that. Wise man, coolness, detachment, educated man, teacher, professor, authority figure. If you have pulled this card today, it means something is asking you to seek the advice of a mature father figure. Mature man or father figure. You may have a crush on an older man. You may have a relationship with an older man who is sharing with you his life experience and wisdom. So it doesn't mean relationship either. It just can mean... I want to see union. Marriage, long-term relationship, commitment, engagement, serious relationship, destined to be together. So, yeah. And that's your reading, Virgo. Cool. So I will see you soon for the career readings. My information's below. I'd love to work with you, and follow me on Instagram, guys. See ya.